Good day to you. Today is Monday, November 14th, and today I'm going to open up with a reading for the collective, for the human collective, really leaning into what's coming up in the next week. And so before we do that, my name is Andrea. I'm the founder of Pure Light Project, and there's a lot of content, videos, audio out there that I've created over the years. And today I want to share one quick reading. This past year, I wrote and published Ellipses of Origin. This is a book of poetry. It's just a real quick reading. There are 40 poems and they're numbered 1 through 40. And so today, since it's the 14th, we will read number 14. Like brass gongs in the wind, this fresh, bellowing joy. So just a little short reading from Ellipses of Origin. So today, what I am sensing coming up is this, we're shifting seasons. We're shifting seasons. So many of the people I talk with are really shifting into new phases of their life. The eclipse, the solar and lunar eclipses that we just went through, we're really riding that energy. And so today, if you're going through a shift in your life, and probably most of us are, that's what's coming up. So we're gonna look at the cards and do just, this is going to be about 5 to 10 minutes, just a short reading to give you some hope, some insight, things you might be able to look at for your life. What's coming up first? Yeah. Oh, right here. So we're going to shuffle a bit. And if you haven't worked with Oracle cards before, they're beautiful. I set the intention when I'm working with the cards, setting the intention that my highest guidance and connecting to source, connecting to all the guides and teams that support us, that are here for us, and the human collective itself. What is the message that we are ready to hear about shifts? Because there are some big things coming, and it's requiring us to be more and more in our heart. All right, so okay, these are beautiful. So what's coming up first is, this is interesting. This is from the Wisdom of Tao. It's a beautiful set. It's from the second deck, which is the strategy deck. So what's coming up for the human collective as we lean into shifts, into big life changes? The first thing we draw is deception. Jealousy destroys all relationships. Selfishness and ego lead to hatred. Recognize those who intend harm before it happens. Protect yourself by concealing your plans. Remain low key. Okay, now, as I'm reading this, what came up, this is really about deceiving ourselves. Deceiving ourselves. How are we hanging on to the old? Yeah, how are we hanging on to the old versions of ourselves, even if that was 2 days ago and suddenly everything's shifting? How are we meeting ourselves right now with truth, with leaning into our truth of who we are, who we want to be? And, it talks about jealousy destroys all relationships, and selfishness and ego lead to hatred. When we Notice the deception inside ourselves, the ways we're deceiving ourselves, the ways we're tricking ourselves, the way we're not leaning into our ability to really come forward in new wisdom and grace. It leads to us limiting ourselves, harming ourselves, really creating harm around the potential that we have. And when I say potential, you don't have to run $1 million, $1 billion company. Your pure potential to be happy, to be joyful, to be peaceful. So notice that. Notice where in your life you might be deceiving yourself right now, not past deceptions. Notice, I love this. It says remain low key, right? Remain low key. So to me, that means let go of an outcome. Just start leaning into yourself right now. Explore one thing today, this week, that is new to you, that leads you towards these new insights. Do one thing that excites you, that's playful, that's rowdy. I'm changing my whole routine, right? I do this regularly, so it's not any big surprise, but one thing that's different, and see what happens, see what you meet yourself with. The second, and that leads into this second card, right? So over the next week, enacting new strategies. Okay, so you see that? Enact new strategies. Yeah, it's time for something new. You're going through a shift. You're trying to change it up. Human collective, all of us, we're trying to create this new, beautiful world. Some aren't. Some are resistant. They want to keep going with the way things have been, but things never stay static. This isn't a stagnant, static world. We can only go forward. And so let's do that by enacting new strategies. And that might mean if you wake up to an alarm every day, turn the alarm off and see what happens. If you go to bed at midnight, go to bed at 10:30, see what happens. The ways that support you, right? We've got these old habits, these old ruts that we've been in for so long. And a lot of that has been shaken up. A lot of that has been shaken up and kicked to the curb, dusted off, put away, sent to the donation bin. But how can you enact a new strategy today, not from who you were even a month ago? Do not be surprised as the energies come in that things have to, you get more and more precise with what you want. And when I say want, the feeling you want to live with, the thing you want to experience, and you enact new strategies. Now, you may be like me, where, the notion of a strategy is, I know that it's hard for me to show up day in and day out doing the same thing, right? So I'm focusing on what can I do for one day and make a lot of, and then that opens up time because that's how I roll. That's how I roll. As a collective, right? We need new strategies of how to greet each other, how to meet ourselves first, and then others, allowing more grace, more spaciousness, so that we can all breathe. Let's all take a breath together, right? Can we just take a breath? Can we relax? A strategy that allows you to have a little more room. So yeah, those are the two things that are coming up right now for this week, the week of November 14th through the 20th. And again, notice where you might be deceiving yourself about who you are, what you want, how you want to show up. And then come up with a new way to do one thing today, and then try a new thing tomorrow. New strategies. for a new world. So thank you. Have a blessed day. Truly, truly have a beautiful day. And I can't wait. I'll see you again next Monday.